Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aditya and today we will be discussing about Uber New York traffic analysis. So let's get started. So this is my Jupyter notebook in which I have coded this complete project. So as you know, the first cell is for importing all the required libraries. So this is what I have done here. I have imported all the libraries such as pandas, numpy, seaborn and matplotlib. So I'll run this. Once the importing tasks is done, we will read our data frames, all the CSV files. So in total we have six CSV files as you can see for each month, for April month, for May, June, July, August and September, and the year is 2014. So we'll read them all and then we have to append each of the data frame into a single data frame. So I'll name that single data frame as df1 and then step by step I'll append all these six data frames into that df1, and for all the data frames I will keep ignore underscore index equals to true. This parameter would be true since we want to ignore every index of each data frame, since we already have an index for our first data frame which is df1 and the index for each of the data frame is same, so we can ignore the index. Now we'll run this. So it would take some time since it's a long code. Yeah, it ran. Now I'll see how my df1 looks like. So this is how it looks like. Each entity has around four columns and the first column is date slash time. It shows the date and time of the cab booking, and the next column is latitude, the further is longitude, and then there is a base number from where the cab was booked. So in this project we will be first classifying latitudes and longitudes. Now, in order to see what my shape of the data frame is, so this is the shape. We have four columns and these many rows, which is a lot. And then we are describing the info of this data frame. Info is like every how what type of data type is this column. As we can see, the date time column is object, latitude is float, longitude is float, and base is also an object, and the memory usage is 138.4 MB since this is a very large data frame. And then we shall run the df1.describe if we want some statistical analysis. Since there are only two numerical values, therefore we got only two columns here. We can see count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, everything. Now in order to analyze traffic using latitudes and longitudes, first we'll create a data frame where we will group it along to latitudes and longitudes both, and then we will extract the date time column and then we'll count all the cabs booked at that particular latitude and longitude, and then we'll convert this df1.group by into a data frame using reset underscore index, and we will name the data frame as rush, and then we'll name the columns for rush dot columns equal to lat, lon and number of trips, and then we'll see how rush looks like. So this is how rush looks like. The following latitude and longitude had these many number of trips as you can see. Now in order to see a visual of how traffic looks like at various latitudes and longitudes in New York City, we'll first say from folium.plugins import Folium, import heat map and then import Folium. So we'll run this. So Folium is a library which is used for mapping analysis of certain data, or we can analyze geospatial data using Folium library of Python. Now base map equals to folium.map. So base map is the map of the world. So base map is nothing but a simple world map, and then I'll be adding my heat map of rush to base map. So now we'll see how our base map looks like. It will take a couple of seconds to run. Um, let's wait. Yeah, it ran, and yeah, it's showing. So we'll zoom in. So this particular city is New York City. We'll zoom in the bubble and we'll see. Yeah, we'll zoom once again. Yeah. So as you can see, we'll zoom out a little. Now, as we can see, the city center had the maximum traffic, whereas in Worcester, Springfield, and Massachusetts, the traffic is very less. Whereas if we zoom in here, what is this place? East Hampton, Sag Harbor, and Southold also had little traffic, and New Haven also had very less number of people booking cabs. Now we'll zoom out again and we'll zoom in here. So the area of Stafford Township, Little Egg also had little number of cab bookers, whereas Lakewood had a certain number and Trenton too had very less number of cab bookers. Now we'll see in the center. I'll zoom in the center. So as you can see in the center, very high traffic is there. Everything is red, means the traffic is very high here. The Throgs Neck Bridge, as you can see here, the traffic is very high. The Ridge Field, will zoom in a bit again. What we can see is, since this is the river, therefore traffic here would be less since it's a river. And as you can see, the city center has the maximum number of traffic. This is what we analyze from this Folium mapping technique, and this is how we analyze Uber New York traffic analysis. Thank you.